Did you know that there is a natural elixir that can reactivate your libido, your energy, and even protect your heart, even after 60? In this revealing video, we show you the 3 most powerful natural ingredients for sexual and cardiovascular longevity: Peruvian Maca, pure cocoa, and quality omega-3, as well as how to integrate them into a simple and delicious sensory routine. You'll also discover the 4 silent habits that sabotage your energy every day, and how to effortlessly eliminate them. If you want to live longer and better, with vitality, desire, and emotional connection, this video is for you. Subscribe to the channel, like and share with those you love. Every week, a new video with natural secrets to transform your longevity. Have you ever felt that, as the years go by, your body starts sending you silent signals? Not the obvious ones that make you rush to the doctor, but subtle ones. A morning when you wake up feeling unwilling. A day when the desire just doesn't come. A night when your heart feels heavier, slower, less full of life. At 60, 65, or 70, many believe that this decline is natural, that there is nothing that can be done. But what if I told you there is a natural, affordable, science-backed elixir that can completely change your energy, your vitality, and yes, your intimate life? Most people over 60 still see sexuality as something that fades with time, but that's not true. What happens, in most cases, is a combination of cellular malnutrition, chronic inflammation, and a deficiency of hormone-regulating nutrients. And all of this can be reversed, naturally, with foods that you may never have considered as allies. Today we are going to talk about this elixir. But first, we need to understand the origin of the fall. After the age of 50, the body begins to reduce the production of some key compounds. These include nitric oxide, testosterone, estrogen, and melatonin. This affects not only sexual desire, but also blood circulation, emotional response to touch, vital energy upon waking, and even the way the heart responds to physical exertion. The result? Men and women who feel drained, disconnected, and with a low libido. But there is a secret that ancient cultures already knew, and that science now confirms. There is a root, consumed for centuries in Peru, in the Central Andes, that acts directly on these points. Its name? Peruvian Maca. But be careful. We are not talking about those capsules bought on impulse, without quality control. We are talking about real maca, yellow, red, or black, grown at altitudes above 4,000 meters, rich in phytonutrients, macamides, and unique alkaloids that reactivate the hormonal and energetic base of the body. In studies published in endocrinology journals, men who consumed Maca for 12 weeks experienced significant increases in libido, improved overall mood, and a sense of well-being. Women reported improved lubrication, deeper sleep, and more consistent morning energy. But what is perhaps most surprising is its effect on the heart. Maca has a mild vasodilatory effect, which means it improves blood flow, including to the genital area. This reduces the risk of erectile dysfunction, but it also helps with oxygenation of the brain, circulation to the extremities, and the functioning of the coronary arteries. And unlike medicines, it doesn't force the body. It nourishes, it regulates. Let's imagine a scene. A 68-year-old retired man married for 35 years begins to realize that his marriage has become lukewarm. Not for lack of love, but for an inexplicable tiredness. He wakes up tired. He eats without being hungry. He sleeps badly, and he avoids touch. His wife, 66, is going through the same thing. Conversations are decreasing. Touching is becoming rare. But by chance, she hears about Maca in a health group. She decides to buy the powdered version, 100% natural. She starts adding a teaspoon of it to her morning juice every day. She offers it to her husband, without saying much. In 3 weeks, something changes. He wakes up feeling more energetic. He starts laughing more. He looks at things differently. And one night, without planning it, the touch returns. The warmth returns. The connection returns. This is real. This is happening in homes that have decided to experiment with natural, with awareness and persistence. And it doesn't stop there. Maca can be combined with another ingredient that further enhances its effects: pure cocoa. Cocoa is rich in flavonoids. compounds that stimulate the release of dopamine and serotonin, in addition to increasing vascularization. A study by Harvard Medical School showed that adults who consumed cocoa rich in flavonoids had improvements in memory, mood, and heart function in just a few weeks. Imagine mixing maca and cocoa every morning with a ripe banana and a little warm coconut water. An energetic and aphrodisiac tonic, tasty, with no side effects, and that reactivates not only the body, but also the look, touch, and conversation between the couple. This is the first secret of the elixir. But what remains to be revealed is what sustains this process from within. And to do this, we enter the invisible key behind chronic fatigue: dysregulated cortisol. After age 50, cortisol levels, the so-called stress hormone, tend to remain elevated for longer. This affects sleep, mood, appetite, sex drive, and even heart rate. When the body thinks it's in a constant state of alert, it doesn't allow itself to relax or heal. It's like living with the handbrake on. And that's where the next ingredient in this natural elixir comes in: ashwagandha, the tonic of calm and vigor. This adaptogenic herb, used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine, has been the focus of modern research. Clinical studies show that regular consumption of ashwagandha by mature adults can reduce cortisol levels by up to 32%, improve the quality of deep sleep, increase natural testosterone in men and women, increase the feeling of well-being and libido. But don't think of it as a sedative. Ashwagandha doesn't just relax, it regulates the body, restoring balance. It teaches the body not to react to the world as a constant threat, and in doing so, it regains the ability to feel pleasure, to be present in touch, to savor a look, to sustain slower, deeper breathing. Think of a couple who have lived together for 40 years, but have spent the last 5 in silence, sleeping side by side, but without seeing each other. Ashwagandha, when combined with maca and cocoa, begins to dissolve this ice. The first thing that returns is laughter, then interest, spontaneity, lightness. And when the body relaxes, the heart also thanks you. But there is one component missing. The third pillar of this elixir, and it's in the C's, in a nutrient forgotten by many, but vital for those who want mental energy: a healthy heart and full circulation. High concentration omega-3, the fat of life. You've probably heard of it, but few know the real impact that EPA and DHA fatty acids have on the body after 60. Omega-3 acts in 3 areas that are fundamental to sexual and cardiac vitality. 1. Reduces chronic inflammation, the kind that silently shuts down the body. 2. Improves blood fluidity, facilitating the transport of oxygen to the brain and genitals. 3. Increases sensitivity to dopamine, the hormone of motivation and desire. University researchers of Guelph, Canada, found that adults over 55 with optimal omega-3 levels had greater sexual interest, lower rates of depression, and more stable cardiovascular performance in stress tests. But not just any omega-3. It needs to have a high concentration of EPA and DHA, be extracted from small fish, such as sardines and anchovies, purified, free of heavy metals, and oxidized at the right time. You can consume it through certified capsules or in its most ancestral form, eating sardines 3 times a week, drizzled with extra virgin olive oil and combined with fresh turmeric and black pepper, another trio that activates the circulatory system and reduces inflammation. Imagine what happens when you combine maca, which rekindles the fire of vitality, ashwagandha, which regulates hormones and calms the body, and omega-3, which lubricates the entire system and increases energy from the heart to the brain. The result is more than just libido. It's about reclaiming the desire to live, to walk lightly in the morning, to laugh heartily, to feel young even in a body that has already learned a lot. You already know the ingredients. Now it's time to learn how to turn them into a daily ritual of vitality, pleasure, and longevity. It's not enough to just consume these nutrients. The secret is in how, when, and with what you combine them. And here, the key is not complexity. On the contrary, simplicity and consistency. The body responds strongly when it feels nourished with respect. Let's put together a 24-hour routine, ideal for men and women over 60. who are looking for more energy, desire, and strength in their hearts, without relying on medication or artificial formulas. The morning. Wake up your body and libido with sweetness and focus. As soon as you wake up, even before breakfast, drink a glass of warm water with half a lemon squeezed in it and a teaspoon of freshly grated turmeric with a pinch of black pepper. This simple gesture, wake up the liver, reduces joint inflammation, prepares the digestive system to absorb the nutrients that will come 30 minutes later. Prepare the morning tonic. Elixir of desire. 1 teaspoon of powdered Peruvian Maca, red or yellow. A level teaspoon of pure cocoa, unsweetened. A ripe banana. 200 milliliters of warm coconut water or natural vegetable milk. A pinch of cinnamon. Blend everything in a blender and consume slowly, breathing deeply between sips. This tonic stimulates sex hormones naturally, increases mitochondrial energy, the cell wakes up, regulates blood sugar, and start the day with inner warmth, vitality, and lightness. After 20 to 30 minutes, have your dose of concentrated omega-3 with breakfast, or if you prefer, 2 grilled sardines with avocado slices, olive oil, and 100% sourdough whole wheat bread. This dish lubricates blood vessels, regulates cholesterol, protects the heart, and it also stimulates the brain to produce dopamine, the motivation hormone. Afternoon, keep the fire burning and the heart light. Avoid heavy meals at lunch. Choose quinoa, lentils or butter beans, grilled vegetables with extra virgin olive oil. 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, rich in zinc, a key mineral for libido. And after lunch, instead of a sweet industrial dessert, prepare an infusion of vascular serenity tea, 1 teaspoon of ashwagandha powder or root, a tablespoon of hibiscus, 3 thin slices of fresh ginger, half a liter of boiling water. Cover for 10 minutes, strain and consume warm. This tea regulates cortisol, reduces anxiety, improves circulation, relaxes without sedating, ideal for maintaining energy until the end of the day. Night, restorative rest and body reprogramming. What you do at night defines your next day. And here comes the most important moment of the elixir, preparing the body to regenerate while you sleep. At 8 p.m., prepare the night ritual, heart and skin tonic. A glass of warm plant-based milk, almond or oat, a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ashwagandha, a pinch of nutmeg, a teaspoon of real honey if you are not diabetic. Take this tonic with the lights dimmed, listening to soft music or just in silence. This gesture signals to the body that it is time to repair, regenerate, rebuild. And if you're with your partner, this is the perfect time to reconnect. A shoulder massage, a leisurely conversation, a touch without pressure. The body responds to emotional security with the same intensity with which it responds to nutritious food. Expected results with consistency of 3 to 6 weeks. Visible improvement in mood in the morning. Reduction of anxiety and mental fatigue. Greater desire to be with others and with oneself. Deeper sleep, fewer nighttime interruptions. Natural increase in libido and intimate circulation. Lighter emotions, less irritability, and more pleasure. This is the power of a simple routine, but full of meaning, science, and self-care. But you might be wondering, why hasn't anyone ever told me this before? This is the question that opens the next block. Let's now reveal the 4 hidden saboteurs of vitality after 60. Habits so common that many people believe they are healthy, but which are weakening your libido, your heart, and your joy of life. Maybe you are now feeling the same as thousands of people feel when they discover this natural elixir. A mixture of surprise, hope, and an inevitable question. If all this is so accessible, so natural, why has no one ever told me about it before? The truth is hard but simple. Most of the health industry doesn't profit from natural foods, ancient roots, and a balanced routine. And so, what you get are artificial promises, momentary pills, and solutions that ignore the whole. But here, you are rediscovering something greater, that your vitality has not been lost. It has simply gone dormant, and it can be reactivated. So before we wrap up, you need to know the 4 hidden saboteurs of your energy, libido, and heart health after 60. They're silent, but extremely common. And today, you'll have the power to eliminate them from your life. 1. White bread for breakfast. It may seem harmless, but white bread, even sliced bread, causes spikes in glucose levels, causes inflammation, drains energy, and directly interferes with serotonin production. It sabotages your morning and, with it, your desire to start the day with pleasure. Swap for sourdough bread, oatmeal bread without white flour, or banana pancakes with eggs and cinnamon. 2. Heavy dinner and late-night eating fatty meats, pasta, and sweets at night can strain the liver, disrupt melatonin production, and make sleep shallow. Poor sleep means low testosterone, irritability, and tiredness when waking up. Swap for vegetable soup with turmeric, brown rice with vegetables, digestive teas like chamomile with mint. 3. Excessive screen use before bed. Cell phones, TVs, and tablets emit blue light that inhibits melatonin and alters the circadian cycle. This directly impacts the hormonal axis that regulates libido, cortisol, and GH, growth hormone production. Swap it out for light reading, instrumental music, 10-minute guided meditation, or a genuine conversation with someone you love. 4. Lack of touch and daily physical contact. The human body needs contact. Touch activates oxytocin, the hormone of connection, pleasure, and calm. Couples who stop touching each other get sick more often, sleep worse, and become emotionally disconnected more quickly. Practice. Long hugs, simple foot massages, hands intertwined on the sofa, long, unhurried kisses. These saboteurs are everywhere, but now you see them, and when we see what was invisible, we begin to regain control of our own story. You are not too old, nor too late. You are at the exact moment where you can choose whether you want to just continue or be reborn. To be reborn into a body with more blood flowing, more living skin, more desire in the eyes. To be reborn into a lighter mind, a firmer memory, and a heart that still beats with emotion. And if it all starts with a simple tonic in the morning, a spoonful of Maca, a pinch of cocoa, and a little courage, then it's worth it. Because aging with life is an act of resistance, and you just got the recipe back. Subscribe to the channel, like and share with those you love. Every week, a new video with natural secrets to transform your longevity.